Hello and welcome to my meditation. My name is Deborah Baker and I am so delighted that you've joined us for this little while. For a lot of us it is the last meditation of 2023, so let's get started. Oh, there's Daisy. And if I'm a little awkward this time, I got my cast and I can't use my left hand to turn my camera off, so hang on. So as usual, let's begin with our 3 nice, really deep breaths. And it is a wonder if there are any ornaments left on my tree between grandchildren and Daisy liking to knock them off. Okay, one nice deep breath. Fill up your lungs, hold it for a moment, and let it out. Another even deeper exhale, a little more slowly. And now take the deepest breath you've taken all day. Really fill up your lungs. Hold it for a second. And now breathe it out really, really slowly. Good job. So let's allow our bodies to settle in and get comfortable. Feel all the stress and tension just drain out of your body. Imagine that you are everywhere where your body is touching either the chair or the floor or the bed, touching something. Imagine these little trap doors open and all of your stress and tension just drains out, just magically. My guides and my dad are telling me that our theme for today is magic, which is not what I had planned. Just goes to show you what happens when you make plans. Spirit may have a different idea. Can't seem to get my mic where I want it. You're making weird noises. Sorry if it did. Okay. So imagine this magic in your feet and legs just moving through. As I record this, it just happens to be Christmas Day. So if you are a believer in Christmas, imagine it's Christmas magic. Yeah, through your legs. Just allowing all the stress and tension to drain out of your legs. And now your pelvic floor, your glutes, your hips, your lower torso, everything in your pelvis just going to a neutral position. Magic running through. Releasing any stress or tension, any concern, any shame, any fear, just going away. Yeah. And now feel that energy moving up into your midsection, releasing any fear, releasing any tension in your midsection. And now your hands, your wrists, your lower arms, elbows, and upper arms. Just imagine this magic wand being waved. And that is particularly pertinent for me, having my lower arm in a cast, because there are times that I forget it's there and I think, oh, I got to get this thing off, whatever this is that's restricting me. So imagine that it's not a cast and that Spirit can remove whatever is restricting your hands, your arms, just so they can relax and let go. I'm a fan of loud breathing. So if you are breathing loudly, you have my thumbs up. And now feel that release in your heart space. Your back, your chest, your upper arms, your shoulders. Pull your shoulder blades together. Now allow the tops of your shoulders to sink down, your neck to grow a little longer. And if you want to do a chin curl or tuck your chin to release the back of your neck, be my guest. But just feel your neck and your head, your face, your ears, all around your head, relaxing. And the idea that I felt that Spirit was giving me all week was about just taking this day to stop. When my children were all living at home, especially when they were pretty young, the only time I ever took a nap was after dinner on Christmas Day when everything was done. I would go over, stretch out in the recliner, and fall asleep. And it was like the most well-earned nap ever. So the thing is, we don't have to earn our naps. Right? So let's let go. And imagine that we now have at our access magic. For whatever it is we might like. Maybe it's just a few moments of peace and quiet. Maybe it's to be able to let go and trust the universe. Whatever it is, stop what you're doing, stop your thoughts right now, and just let go. And we're going to have a moment or so of silence. And if you want to imagine your hands tightly gripping something and one finger at a time letting go. We know that the universe is working for us. We just forget sometimes. So I invite you right now to remember. The universe is working for you, through you, and as you. I have mentioned my friend Rose a number of times, and she passed away last month, and I will always remember her as saying and reminding us all, thank you, God, I wouldn't have it any other way. And so I invite you to think about the year that just passed. And if you happen to be listening to this in May or something, just think about the last 12 months. And if you're listening to this and when it's released or the week it's released, think about 2023. Thank you, God, I wouldn't have it any other way. And I invite you to look back and to see all of the positives from the whole year. I've heard this term a lot recently, leveraging the universe. And what that means is, how do you tilt the odds in your favor? And how you do it is by looking for the good everywhere, thinking about the good, remembering the good, focusing on the good. And that is particularly poignant when you have a health challenge, such as wearing a cast. And I could focus on how frustrated I am not to be able to do any of the things I love to do, like writing or excuse me, handwork, needlework, knitting, all those little things that I like to do with my hands, making jewelry. Or I can focus on, I'm grateful that there is a surgeon who is able to do this work. I'm grateful that it's over. And this surgery is supposed to last 30 years. So I think I'm covered. And focusing on the positive is something that not a lot of us think about. We think about worry as borrowing sorrow from the future, and usually we worry about things that don't happen. And so we're borrowing unnecessary sorrow from the future. But what if you could do the opposite? Anticipate something wonderful. And anticipate the joy it will bring you. And there's a slippery slope between anticipation and expectation. So if we anticipate, we can focus on the joy that we hope would happen without setting ourselves up for an expectation that will cause bitter disappointment if it doesn't happen. Expectations can often lead to disappointment, but anticipation, on the other hand, is just like rubbing your hands together and saying, let's see what happens. Let's see what kind of magic the universe has in store for me. So let's spend several moments in silence and focusing on that thought. Imagine what the universe might have in store for you. Think about I invite you to think about all of the unexpected blessings that you had over the past year. All of the wonderful things that happened that you weren't expecting. And for those of you who are parents of adult children, some of my most treasured moments are when I am in the presence of one of my children, and when I have them all together, it is just my cup overflowing. So I invite you to think about what kind of blessings you might anticipate for the year ahead, and what sorts of things you might like to add to your daily round. So I will publicly announce that I plan to personally meditate more in the next year, and I plan to get some more walks in. So I invite you to just think about what might bring more joy to your life in the year ahead, and to anticipate how much joy that might bring, and know that you deserve it and you are worthy of every good and wonderful thing. So take another nice, really deep breath. Let go of the year behind. Let go of the busy holiday season that just passed. And know that where you are is the ideal place for you to be. It is what your soul intended. Your soul is wise, infinitely wise, one with infinite intelligence. So you already know. You do. You are beautiful, whole and perfect, exactly as you are. And the infinite intelligence moving in, through, and as me honors and recognizes the infinite intelligence moving in, through, and as you. Namaste.